Hello there and welcome. I'm glad you found your way here. This channel is all about exploring the things that go bump in the night, from possessed items to haunted buildings and so much more. Whether you're a long time subscriber or just discovering us, I hope you feel right at home. And now let us begin today's video. Ever since the Conjuring film was released, followed by the Annabelle movie in 2014, rumours have been swirling about the Warrens, the Conjuring, and the true story behind the Annabelle doll. Was the real Annabelle doll as vindictive and evil as the one shown in the film? And did the Warrens really keep a doll with a demon attached to it? Although the real Annabelle doll was a Raggedy Ann, which is nowhere near as scary in appearance as the doll in the film, many of the details, however, were similar. The real Annabelle was given to a woman called Donna, who was a student nurse, as a birthday gift by her mother. She was living with her friend Angie at the time, and Donna was delighted with the gift at first, but the Conjuring doll quickly became the source of great fear for the girls. Annabelle only made small movements to begin with that could be put down to Donna or Angie moving her, for example, ending up on the floor instead of being on a chair. Maybe she just fell off. Soon, though, the movements increased and the doll started to move more. For example, she may have ended up on the couch instead of on Donna's bed, or outside Angie's room immediately after she was returned to Donna's room. Their close friend Lou was very nervous of the seemingly innocent Raggedy doll. He believed she was evil or possessed, and something needed to be done about it. But Donna and Angie were very progressive in their views and didn't think anything of the sort, and still believed that maybe they were to blame for the doll's movements. The Annabelle story quickly became more sinister. Soon, the girls started to find notes around their apartment. The strange thing is, the notes were written on parchment paper, and neither Donna or Angie had ever used that paper before. The notes said various things, but most commonly they said things like "help Lou" and "help us." Finally, the doll was found with blood on her hands. Donna came home from work one day and found Annabelle in her usual spot on her bed, but unfortunately she had literal blood visible on her hands. It seemed that the blood, or red liquid, was coming from the doll itself. That was the final straw. It was time for the girls to call in help in the form of a medium to find out what was going on with the doll before things got much worse. The first medium sat down with the girls and Annabelle, and the story that they were given was that the land on which their apartment complex was built on used to be a field. A young girl called Annabelle, aged around 7 years old, was found dead there many years before. When the doll came into their apartment, Annabelle's spirit was still in the area in which she had died, and because she was very fond of the doll, her spirit became one with it, hence Annabelle the doll. Donna and Angie were very loving and caring, and because they felt sorry for the girl, they wanted the doll to stay as they both didn't want her to be alone. Lou was the one who got attacked by Annabelle before the Warrens got called. Maybe she didn't like him, or maybe he reminded her of a man who had treated her badly in life, but he was the one she showed her true self to. A few things occurred, including some bad dreams and visions of Annabelle, but the attack that made Donna and Angie call the Warrens was physical. Angie and Lou were spending some time together when they heard movement in Donna's room, but they knew Donna wasn't home. They were frozen in fear at first, concerned about an intruder, but they very quickly realised the movement was Annabelle. Lou took a look inside Donna's room, and there was no one inside, but the doll was sitting on a chair instead of the bed where she should have been. He moved towards Annabelle, and a weird feeling came over him, the feeling you get when something is terribly wrong. He felt terrible pain on his chest and realised there was a series of claw marks like someone had sharply scratched him. No one else was in the room, so he knew the marks must have come from Annabelle. What was strange about the scratch marks is they healed straight away, and within 2 days there was not a single trace of them, and after this experience the Warrens were called in. A priest was called into the apartment along with the Warrens, where it was discovered Annabelle's main goal was to take possession of Donna's soul. Annabelle was a demon who attached itself to the doll. The Warrens said that demons don't possess items or things, instead, they choose to possess people. The priest eventually exorcised the apartment, and the Warrens took Annabelle away with them. They both agreed it would be best to drive home along back roads, worried that if they drove on the main highways, Annabelle would find a way to cause an accident. Sure enough, they were plagued with car problems the whole way home. The power steering failed, the brakes failed, and the engine kept stalling. These problems only stopped for a while once Ed Warren sprinkled some holy water on Annabelle. Once they got home, Ed put the doll on his desk, thinking she would be safe there for a little while, but she soon showed them what she was really made of. Annabelle was seen rising above the desk, levitating on multiple occasions. Soon that activity slowed down and stopped, and the Warrens thought the demon had gone quiet. But that wasn't the case, as she was soon found in different rooms of the house, moving around, and when the Warrens put her in one place, she would quickly be found in another place. Ed and Lorraine called the priest, but he didn't seem to take it seriously and said to Annabelle she couldn't hurt him because she was just a doll. That was a big mistake, because that night he was in a car accident on the way home. The car turned over, the brakes failed, and his car was written off the road. Although the priest was badly hurt, he did survive. Annabelle is still around today, residing in a locked glass case the Warrens built to keep her from getting free and wandering around their house. There is a warning sign on the case that reads "Warning, positively do not open," as well as a cross. Some say they see Annabelle moving around the case waiting to break free. Annabelle in The Conjuring wreaked havoc and mayhem on those around her, and the real doll definitely did the same. The Conjuring doll is one of the scariest tales in modern history when we talk about haunted objects, mostly because she had to be kept behind locked glass and because the Warrens never actually rid the doll of the demon. Today, Annabelle is still available to view. Would you dare to visit her and learn even more about the story of Annabelle and The Conjuring? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content and want to see more, I highly suggest you subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. And please leave me your thoughts and comments down below. I would love to hear from you all. Take care, and I'll see you next time.